Hey everybody, welcome to the cast. Today we're going to be taking a look at a show match between the following two players. On the left hand side we have EG's Huk. He is playing Protoss and he's red. On the right side we have EG's Idra and he is the blue Zerg, and right now we are on the Antigua shipyard. This is a show match between these two fantastic teammates. We see a little bit of a witty little banter going on in the chat, this is a show match from the ASUS ROG tournament. Actually, this was from the final day of the tournament. They did a whole bunch of different show matches, and this was probably one of my favorites. There was one show match that I really want to find the replays for, but I can't. They weren't up, so I'm gonna do a little bit more digging. But there's an awesome show match that you guys should definitely check out. I'm definitely gonna see if I can find those and cast those replays for you guys. But I believe this is game one of the. It's a best of 3 series. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this is game one. I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, we are going to take a look and see how these players fare out in this show match. It's crazy stuff. We see actually no early or no hatch. We're already on 15, 16 supply. No hatch for Idra coming out. A little bit different than his normal play style here. We see Huk's got a pylon down on the low ground, so he's looking to expand here very soon, take an early expo. Looks like Idra's trying to go down for his expansion. This drone's gonna be a little bit of pest, gonna get it out of the way. He's gonna throw it on a pylon even too to just completely block off this hatchery. Looks like Idra's actually just gonna really quickly make a decision and take the hatchery over here at this third base. Very great decision making by Idra, not wasting really any much time trying to kill off the pylon here. Huk did cancel it, but he didn't waste time to. Oh, look at that. Kid Idra thinks he's good. Pylon, not so good now, is it? Yeah, see these two teammates and friends, they go back and forth at each other. Lovely stuff. But Idra not wasting any time, taking up his second base. Pylon's going down now for Huk. We see actually Huk opening up with a forge first, so he's going to be getting a cannon, being able to defend this natural quite easily. It's an interesting placement, though, of this. I guess he's using this just to be able to restrict movement. He's probably going to throw down a zealot right there, a cannon right here, and then he pretty much will be pretty safe. Expansion's up. Cannon actually going down here in the mineral line. Interestingly enough, a great placement. If any Zerglings try to run up in here, it will easily get denied. The drone transfer for Idra coming over now. Pretty much impeccable timing, just as the expansion finishes. Good stuff there. Coming over to production tab, nothing too interesting really yet. Core coming down, double gas actually coming down for Huk. So we'll see what Huk actually intends to do. We have a gateway down here on the low ground as well, and also a cyber core down. A couple of links just kind of chilling out here, seeing if they can spot anything. We got a fast +1 attack coming up for Huk, so we're probably going to see some sort of a 4-gate play come out of Huk. Idra now taking his third, a very fast third base. Before the 6-minute mark, before the 5.5-minute mark, this thing it went down. So Idra's going to be powering really hard. He's going to have an extreme economy lead in this match. We got us. Huk's actually got this really nice pylon placement here. He can warp units down here onto the low ground. If he sees any units run by, he can just surround them from units from here and from the back side as well. Huk actually moving out boldly with the first zealot as well. This probe looks like it's going to be trying to do some scouting and seeing if it can deny any expansions. Looks like a warp gate, chrono boost coming down on the warp gate, +1 still coming out right now. Looks like a sentry, early sentry is also coming out for Huk. Looks like Idra is just gonna be powering really hard. He just threw down a roach warren too. Actually, that's interesting. So it looks like Huk or Idra's going to be going for roaches, and that's a play we never ever see him do. We usually always see him go the Mutalisk, Baneling, Zergling, and Fester into late game, but he's going to go for roaches. Interestingly enough. But yeah, Idra's doing such a fantastic job, powering up really hard. 42 drones already by the 7-minute mark, so he's doing a pretty good job getting his economy up and running. He's going to be able to be producing roaches very soon. Only on 2 gas though. He's probably going to be wanting to take at least another set of gas geysers to sustain the roaches for a little bit longer. So you can see his gas is actually really low. Evo chambers now coming down for Idra. He's going to be able to do get some upgrades for the roaches as well. He's got link speed. 6 roaches coming now on the way. Huk throwing down a bunch of gateways here. We got 5 gateways down up here on the high ground, as well as the one on the low ground. With the forge here, he looks like he's going to be doing a lot of sentries and a lot of zealots. Actually, more so zealots than sentries, or more sentries than zealots actually here. He's going to be moving across the map, trying to do some damage. Looks like Idra's actually well prepared for this. He has 6 roaches sitting here, and he's got 3 more roaches coming on the way, as well as 8 zerglings. Actually, now he's bumping that up to 5. So Huk's going to take control of the center watchtower, take a look and see if there's anything interesting, fake coming on. Zergling's doing a little bit of scouting to see if there's any expansions coming up. Huk's third base now going down, and he's going to be trying to match up Idra, so you can see his money's getting a little bit high, getting up into the 600, 700 range. But that's obviously because he's got the 3 bases. Very well done. It looks like Huk's very smartly, he's going to be saving this pylon that's coming out here. He force fielded it so the Zerglings couldn't get in. Looks like he's going to be busting up this 3rd ramp, throwing down some force fields here maybe, but he did supply block Idra a little bit just to get now he can't build anything. He's got to waste some time. Looks like he's going to get a fast robo up as well. Huk is. He saw that there's a lot of roaches in that army, so he's going to get up some immortals probably. Very smart thing to do. Looks like the lings and roaches are going to be trying to swing up into the 3rd base here, taking out the destructible rocks. Idra's obviously going to want to try and cut down Huk's expansions so that he can get up his own expansion. He's taking his gold base. He's going to want to try and maintain a big economy lead here. Looks like he's going to actually engage, crapping a couple of roaches here, getting a nice couple of really good force fields down. Lair tech coming up now for Idra, so we'll see what kind of things that what kind of plays he's going to come up with, because obviously right now this roach play is actually very unorthodox from him. He not his typical style at all. Looks like Huk is actually supply block too. It looks like he's going to be holding Idra's going to be holding this watchtower. Very smart move as well. 3rd and 4th gas is coming up for. Or up now for Huk, and looks like, interestingly enough, they're just going to go look for Burrow. He's going to, and as well as the roach movement, the Burrow movement for roaches. So pretty interesting play here. Looks like these lings are going to be running by while Huk is moved out into the middle of the map. Looks like the cannons are going to be there to greet him, as well as some zealots, but he's going to run right up into the main. Looks like he's going to do some significant damage to these. To the probe line here. Actually, not all that much. Looks like he has these lings on hold position. Interestingly enough, he was hoping that he was going to be able to only do the damage to the probes, but it looks like that kind of backfired at least. So not very many, not a big success there for Idra. Looks like he is moving across the map with a big amount of roaches here. He looks like he's got 44 roaches sitting out here. He's got 1 chilling back here. And yeah, that's about it. And then there we go. There's some more roaches streaming across the map. The gold base now getting back up for Idra. It was denied by Huk for a little bit. Whoa. Lag there. Look at the force fields were just so ghostly that they lagged my computer a little bit. Great force fields. He's going to be able to pick off about 7 to 8 roaches there. Nicely done. Nicely placed force fields there by Huk. Looks like Idra's going to be swinging around from both sides there with this mass roach force. Going over to the production tab, we see Immortals coming up now for Huk. Idra taking down the destructible rocks finally, being able to... There we go. I was lagging for a second there. I think it's because my videos are finishing uploading. I'm uploading my videos to YouTube. Looks like we got Blink also being almost done actually for Huk as well. Looks like Idra's just massing roaches in the center of the map. Looking at the units tab, we have 56 roaches on the field right now for Idra, compared to the 20 stalkers, 14 zealot, 1 immortal, and sentries, 8 sentries of Huk. Looks like Idra's splitting up his army very wise. He's going to be engaging with one set of units. Blink stalkers moving up to try and do some damage here, but it looks like they're gonna split up a little bit more. The immortal's gonna be cool sitting here on the low ground using these using that to spot and do some damage to these roaches. Looks like he's actually going to be able to clean this up very well. Blink stalkers, well, the immortal gets actually surrounded and nailed out, but force fields are doing a good job trapping these roaches back. Blink stalker's going to be coming up to pick off this set of roaches here. Very nice hold from Huk there. It looks like actually the rest of these roaches are going to be swinging up into the main. Looks like it's about 17 roaches. They're going to be swinging up here into the main, doing some significant damage to these to the probe line here. Huk being forced to blink up into the main and take into his own main and try and take down these roaches. Same here in the natural expansion. They're doing a lot of damage. If we take a look at the workers killed tab, 34 workers killed for Idra. So Idra's doing a fantastic job whittling down the economy of Huk. More roaches streaming across the field here for Idra, and Huk is just kind of falling behind here. Idra's already back to maxed out pretty much. He's about 20 supply away from max, while Huk is still sitting at only 110 supply. He's about at a 60 food deficit here. So Colossus Tech also now coming down for Huk. He's gonna try and he hopes to try and take a 4th base soon, I would hope. He can't sit on 3 bases all day long, and hopefully he'll be able to get up enough Colossus before Idra decides to push out and win the game, and try and go kill him. Gold base getting up very steadily here. It's for Idra. See his money is actually getting quite high. We still have these lings over here. Gonna maybe try and kill off the destructible rocks if Idra, or use it as another counterattack path or something along those lines for potentially later. Corruptors coming out, and a Greater Spire also coming down now for Idra. We actually have Broodlords coming out, which is interesting. This is quite an interesting play here. We got spine crawlers in the front of the middle of the map. We got force fields, awesome force fields, trapping a lot of these roaches in here, and they're gonna get cleaned up by all these blink stalkers, sentries, and the Colossus here. But we see this Roach Broodlord-esque type, this Roach Broodlord strategy, which is really strange actually. I've never seen anything quite like this, but you have spine crawlers actually in the middle of the map, so he's using it to maybe just do a little bit of extra damage that would help. We've got infestors out on the field now too. A lot of roaches actually popping off right now. Going to units tab 35, 37, then that roach number should climb a little bit higher. We only have 1 infestor to do the fungals. 2 Colossus now on the field for Huk, and he wants to try and get those. He wants to try and get that number a little bit higher. Honestly, being able to have a lot of Colossi will be a very helpful for your army because they outrange pretty much everything else. So having those will be really nice as well. They'll be able to clean up the Broodlings from the Broodlords quite easily as well. Broodlords now popping out for. They should be popping out soon. Hopefully they'll be popping out soon. But we have Corruptors on the field. There we go, Broodlord Cocoons. Oh, excuse me. There we go. It's like 3 in the morning here. I'm casting this at 3 in the morning. It looks like we're gonna have a little poking and prodding going on with these blink stalkers in the middle of the map. Huk's got this observer here to spot, but then spot the burrowed roaches just sitting here in the middle of the map. So it looks like this composition from Huk is very interesting. A very gateway heavy composition with a couple Colossus mixed in the back. Hopefully he can get up a few more Colossus. Going over to the production tab, we see, yeah, he's getting more Colossus. He's getting the thermal range upgrade as well as a Dark Shrine. He sees that there's not enough roaches, or there's not enough to deal with these roaches, so he's going to try and force some Dark Templar and force the roach numbers to be quite thin to try and, he's going to try and use the Dark Templar to harass around the map and have the roaches be spread out around the map to try and take that out, and he'll be able to barrel down. But the roaches, for the time being, too good, being able to swing around and do quite a bit of damage to Huk here. Nice force fields trapping a few Colossus, or a few roaches here. Idra's taking a bunch of bases now. He's on 5 bases. Yeah, he's got also a macro hatch just chilling right in the middle at this ramp. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bases. This one's going up and out with a macro hatch here as well. Roaches just continuing to do a little bit of harassment. It's very kind of very Idra style of play, focusing a lot on harassment, doing a lot of different attacking from a lot of different angles. Looks like DTs are actually going to be working their way up into the main. Looks like Idra's making 9 spore crawlers, so I think he knows what's up. I think he's seeing the DTs. Oh, what happened? He just canceled all of them. He just canceled every single one of those spore crawlers. Now he's making a ton of overseers. This DT is going to be going to town on this main base. It looks like he's also, does he have a DT anywhere else? Oh, he had a D. It looks like I think he had a DT up here, but it got cleaned up as well. But yeah, this DT is going to be going to town on these drones. Actually, taking out a lot of the drones in the main, going to town on the infestation pit as well. So no more infestors can come. But it looks like the overseer and roaches are going to be able to clean this up quite nicely. Looks like we have a lot of Colossus on the field now. We have 5 Colossus, a good number of Colossus on the field for Huk. He's going to be trying to move forward, trying to pick off creep tumors, and trying to deny any either any more bases, any long distance mining, and to definitely whittle down this roach force, because this is a significant. He's maxed. Idra's maxed, so Huk's gonna want to try and take minimal losses with this force, with this harassment that he's doing. The Broodlord's range are just too long though. The Broodlings are getting to do some damage to the army of Huk here. More Colossi coming out. We have 6 on the field, and it looks like Colossus getting completely taken out before it even had a chance to really do much of anything. Looks like the engagement's going to happen here. Force fields cutting the roaches in half, leaving the infestors at the back just so they can't do that fungal growth and nail the stalkers. But it looks like the angle for Huk is not that great. He's losing a lot of units, and Idra's not really losing all that much. Roaches are still swinging around from the other side, being able to take out the Colossi here, just wrecking them. The concave is going to be too good right at Huk's ramp. He's going to be able to surround all the way around this ramp and do some sick damage. Broodlords and roaches are now pulling back towards the middle of the map. He feels like he's done enough damage. It looks like Idra's looking really, really good. It's 190 supply to 100 supply right now. Looks like Idra is probably going to win this game. He just needs to do one more solid push and win. Huk's being really, really aggressive with these blinks, which I don't think he really can afford to be. If he gets caught out of position with the blinks, he's done, and he can't really necessarily max back out again. Like his gas income is very, very little. He's only at 200 gas. He's mining out of these geysers. He's mining out of these geysers and these geysers. That's all he's mining out of. He's spending a lot of money on Colossus Tech, and So that's a lot of gas. Colossus are 200 gas apiece. So being able to like remax with Stalkers, not going to be an easy thing. His money's really low. His main's mined out. His natural is pretty much mined out. His third base is also pretty much mined out. Huk was never able to take a fourth base, it seems. So this is going to be end up being the downfall, I think, of Huk. This DT is going to be working his way around, trying to do some poking and prodding, doing some damage to the other expansions of Idra, and trying to make Idra pull back, give Huk a little bit of time to get some units up. More DTs warping in. DTs are also pretty expensive too. DTs we see here 125 minerals, 125 gas. So where Idra is sitting at 2,500, 2,600, 300 gas, Huk is just starving out right now. That's really what's going to be the end of Huk, is that he's going to be starved out. Looks like actually Idra's going to go for it here. He's going to be pushing out. In the units tab, we got 9 Broodlords, 36 Roaches. That's a lot of units. It's a lot of Broodlords, a lot of Broodlings. And he's going to be moving up and trying to engage this force. We have a lot of Colossus and a lot of Archons here in the mix. Here's the engagement. Great convex angle here for Huk, and some really nice force fields, trapping a lot of the Roaches, a lot of the Blink Stalkers blinking up, trying to take off some of these Broodlords, doing the best that he can, trapping a lot of the Roaches in force fields here. But it looks like the Roaches are actually going to be a little bit too much to hold. The Colossus are all going to fall, as well as the Archons and Stalkers. Everything is going to fall down for Huk. Idra now looks like he's just going to be waltzing right into the third base, take down some of the production facilities of Huk, and try to end the game. It's a 190 supply to 102. Stalkers moving in, blinking back into some more Roaches, taking those out as well. But it looks look, Idra's back at max, no problem whatsoever. Huk is still, his supply is just dwindling. He cannot macro fast enough to keep up with Idra. Idra's just a monster in this game. But it looks like he finally is able to clean up this push, but looks like more Roaches streaming across the map, up the ramp and into the natural expansion of Huk. He's going to have to try and warp in some units, but all these units are getting one-shot as they warp in. Huk's being pulled every single which way, and trapping Roaches in the mineral line, but again, Idra's macro is monstrous. He's already got enough. He's harassing with these little bit of Roaches here in the natural expansion, while being able to remax out. Also doing it with Zerglings running up into the third base, taking down a lot of the probes here in the third base. Probe count is tiny for Huk. It's only 32 as compared to the 65 drones of Idra. Idra and Huk now finally meeting in the middle, doing some force fields on the ramp to try and deny the range a little bit and pick off a couple of the infestors here, blinking back and coming back to defend. Idra's just right now outplaying Huk. It's literally double supply, 182 to 90 supply for Huk, and Idra's just going to continue to max. Idra, actually, he's now actually mining out of this fifth base and now taking his sixth. His money is actually quite low. He's actually maxed out quite a bit. So Huk's doing a decent job holding on here, but this is a significant force. It's a 100 supply differential right now for Huk. Idra gonna get maxed out one more time and try, I guess, to take another push. Looks like Huk's gonna actually try and be aggressive here and move out, and he just sees this force, and there's a GG from Huk. So we see Idra taking game 1 of the show match between Huk. Again, this is from the ASUS ROG tournament. As well, the final day they did a show matches. So we're going to go into game number 2, and we're going to see who comes out on top here. So stay tuned for the next game, guys.